a magic word. Here in the secret kindergarten, the world's best show for kids is starting. The Secret Kindergarten Radio Show. Use your ears and your imagination. We're going to play, we're having fun. The Magic Secret Kindergarten on the Revolution Radio Station.
Hello and welcome back to the Secret Kindergarten. How are you doing today? That's good. And today's Daily Words of Wisdom, thanks to Manly P. Hall, are these. When we desire good so intensely that we are willing to earn it by self-discipline, we are not only entitled to help, but we will most certainly receive it as part of our natural heritage. In other words, when we want good things to happen so much that we are willing to be brave and have self-control, we are allowed help to make good things happen. And we will get help, because trying to make good things is the whole reason we're alive! It is problem situations time. Okay, get comfortable. Put your thinking cap on, because we've got a problem here. You are traveling in the back seat of a car. The car. Your family's car. Your mummy's car. Your daddy's car. Your mummy's and daddy's car. Driving along, and you're off to do the shopping. Yes! Hopefully you're going to get those Cocoa Pops that you want. Another car pulls alongside your car, and the driver is very angry. He is tooting his horn and yelling naughty words at your mum. What should you do? What choices do you have? Excellent idea. I like your thinking. Okay, here's another one. You are playing outside on the grass in your bare feet. Of course, you got to play outside in your bare feet. You step on a bee, you get a bee sting. Ouchie. What should you do? Okay. You are in the supermarket with mummy, doing some shopping, and you're in the vegetable section. Would you, and your mum asks you, would you rather eat cabbage or cauliflower? What would you say to your mum? No, don't say a naughty word. Don't have a tantrum. You know what? I love cabbage. I love cabbage. Cauliflower? Eh. But I love cabbage. Yum, 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 yum. Cooked, not cooked. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay. You are watching TV. Yes! TV! Yeah! And you see people with guns! And they are shooting each other and they're dying. Ah! What would you do? How would you feel? Oh, and I knew a daddy once, and his boy was 1 year old, and he wouldn't go to bed. He couldn't go to sleep unless he had the Terminator on. True story. And he would sleep like the baby he was, with Terminator 1 on the TV screen. And if they turned it off, he'd wake up and he'd be like, "I want Terminator, Daddy, Terminator." True story. Very true story. All right, we all did very well. You got yourselves out of those problem situations. You handled them really well. Feel good about yourself and relaxed at the same time? Excellent. Because now we are going to do some affirmations. I'm going to tell you what you really are, okay? And I hope that there are people in your life that remind you of these things and tell you these things when you're 3 years old. Yes, okay. Are you ready? You are playful, fun, and creative. You are unique and special. You have the confidence to be yourself. You do. Your life is fun and filled with joy. You are proud of the person you are becoming. You are safe, protected, and loved. I just did a burp. You love making new friends. You deserve good things to happen in your life. You are a fast learner. and you love to learn new things. Somehow you make learning fun and creative. You have a strong focus and sharp memory. How do you do that? You can do anything you set your mind to. You easily pick up on new information. You have an unlimited potential within you. You have many talents. You have amazing abilities. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. You are wonderful just as you are. You feel happy and excited to experience new things. You are brave. You are smart. You matter. You are proud of yourself. You are important. You are appreciated. You are creative. You are patient. Your opinion matters. You are valued. You are honest. You are helpful. You are determined. You are a good friend. You are blessed. You are loved. Your ideas are valued. You are happy. Today you will shine and your future is bright. You can always feel comfortable sharing your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. You are accepted and loved for who you are. You deserve the best things in the world. You are loved, protected, and safe. You will always have support for achieving your goals and realizing your dreams. You will make a positive impact on the world. You are a wonderful human being and people around you are blessed to have you in their lives. You are a natural winner. The world is full of endless possibilities. Your voice is always heard with respect and value. You believe in yourself. You are healthy and happy. You are smart and do great. You are full of great ideas and thoughts. You have the power to create anything you desire. Wake up, everybody, because we are talking about bees right now. right. I just had to find the bee book. Alrighty. Here we go. Bees, bees, bees. Wonderful wings. Bees do have wonderful wings. Bees belong to a group of insects called hymenopterans. Hymenopterans. That means membrane wing. A membrane is a very thin see-through film, like plastic wrap. Cling film, glad wrap. Bees look like they have only one pair of wings. In fact, bees have two pairs. A large pair of forewings and a smaller pair of hind wings. In flight, each hind wing is attached by little hooks to the forewing in front. The wings work together as a single unit on each side of the bee. The wings do a lot of work. In flight, they beat about 11,400 times a minute, or 190 times a second. The wings flap so fast that they look like a blur. You might think the buzz you hear comes from the wings. But the buzz is actually from the vibrating flight muscles inside the bee's thorax. Honeybees can fly as fast as 15 miles per hour. That's 24 kilometers an hour. After about 15 minutes, however, the bees need to rest and feed to replenish their energy stores. The yellow and black stripes on a honeybee's body act as a warning that it can and will sting if threatened. If a predator has eaten a bee before and been stung, the predator remembers and will avoid bees in the future. Just like my cat, when she was a kitten, she got stung on the nose by a bee. And she never got stung again. Other stinging bees and wasps also have these yellow and black stripes. Some clever insects without a stinger have copied bees. They have stripes too. They include bee flies, hoverflies, and some moths. They depend on this copycat colouring to keep predators away. Stings and stripes don't keep all predators away, however. Some birds, such as mockingbirds, eat bees. Skunks, raccoons, and opossums also enjoy a tasty snack of bees. And there you have it. Bees, bees, bees. We love bees. All right. And now I'm going to read you a story. And if you do see a bee on the ground, not moving anywhere, not doing anything, well, that poor bee is tired and hungry. And you can give him a little bit of sugar mixed with water. You can ask Mummy and Daddy to help you, and they should know what to do. And if they don't know what to do, well, you can just check with me, or you can check online. and you can feed them a little bit of sugar water. You can dip the sugar water, and you dip your finger in it, and you can literally let the bee have a drink off the water that's on your finger. Did you know that? Especially if you go to daycare, because there's not much grass or flowers at daycare. You might see a bee. Don't let the teacher kill the bee, because you know how to save the bee now. And I'm going to read you a story called The Owl. It's a Brothers Grimm story. I'm just trying to find it in my big, fat Brothers Grimm book. All right, are you ready? Okay, you got to be brave for this one. It's another scary Brothers Grimm story. Here we go. A few hundred years ago, when people were not nearly as smart and cunning as they are nowadays, a strange event took place in a small town. By accident, one of the large owls, called horned owls, from the neighbouring forest landed in the barn of one of the townspeople during the night, and as dawn began to break, she did not dare leave her hiding place for fear of the other birds that always screeched terribly whenever she appeared. In the morning, when the stable boy went to the barn to fetch some straw, he was so tremendously frightened by the sight of the owl sitting in a corner that he ran off and reported to his master that a monster was lurking in the barn, and never in his life had he seen one like this, which rolled its eyes around in its head and could certainly devour any human creature without much trouble. "I know you too well," said the master. "You have courage enough to hunt blackbirds in the fields, but when you see a dead chicken lying on the ground, you first have to fetch a stick before you dare approach it. I must go and see for myself what kind of monster this is," he added. Bravely he strode into the barn and looked around, but when he saw the strange, dreadful beast with his own eyes, he was no less terrified than his servant. In 2 leaps he was outside and ran to his neighbours, whom he fervently implored to help him against the unknown and dangerous beast. He was positive that the entire town would be in danger if it broke out of his barn, where it was now sitting. There was a great hue and cry in all the streets. The townspeople came around with spears, pitchforks, scythes, and axes, as if they were about to march out and confront the enemy. Finally, the councilmen appeared with the mayor in the lead. After they had all assembled at the marketplace, they moved to the barn and surrounded it from all sides. Then one of the most courageous of the townspeople stepped forward and went inside with his spear lowered. But with a cry, he immediately came running out again, his face deathly pale and unable to utter a word. Then 2 others ventured inside, but their luck was no better. Finally, a big, strong man who was famous for his war deeds stepped forward and said, "You won't drive the monster away by merely looking at it. We must get serious here. But I see that you've all turned into women, and nobody wants to take charge and tame the beast." He ordered them to bring him his armour, sword, and spear, and he dressed himself for battle. Everyone praised his courage, though many feared for his life. The 2 doors to the barn were opened, and one could see the owl, who in the meantime had perched herself on the middle of a large crossbeam. The war hero had a ladder brought to the spot, and as he leaned it against the beam and got ready to climb, the townspeople cried out to him to conduct himself like a man, and they commended him to St. George, the dragon slayer. Soon he was at the top, and when the owl realized that he was after her and became confused by the shouting of the crowd and did not know how to escape, She rolled her eyes, fluttered her feathers, flapped her wings, snapped her beak, and hooted, "To-wit-to-woo! To-wit-to-woo!" with a harsh voice. "Stab it! Stab it!" the crowd called from outside the brave hero. From outside to the brave hero. "Anyone standing here where I'm standing," he answered, "would not cry, 'Stab it! Stab it!'" To be sure, he did move his foot one step higher, but began to tremble, and half unconscious, he set about his retreat. Now there was nobody left who volunteered to brave the danger. "The monster," they said, "has poisoned the strongest man among us just by snapping and puffing smoke. And it wounded him mortally. Why should we others risk our lives too?" The people conferred on what they should do to prevent the entire town from being destroyed. For a long time everything seemed useless, until the mayor finally found a solution. "In my opinion," he said, "I think that we should pay the owner for the barn and everything that's in it, including the wheat, straw, and hay, out of our common funds. Then we should burn down the whole building and the terrible beast along with it. This way, nobody will have to risk his life. There's no time to lose here, and we can't afford to be stingy." Everyone agreed with him, so the barn was set on fire from all four corners, and it was burned miserably to the ground along with the owl. If you don't believe this, you can go there and inquire for yourself. Oh, that poor owl. What would you do if you found a great horned owl in your garage? Oh my goodness. That probably would be a little scary. What do you think? Are owls scary? Or are they beautiful? Oh well. That's all we've got time for here at the Secret Kindergarten. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, I love you. Bye.